Welcome back to our channel. Today we're in the kitchen and I am going to be making peach fruit leathers. That's my plan. Wish me luck. Alright, I was just checking the dates because we wrote the date that we froze these peaches. This was September 15th of 2021 and this is the 16th, so we must have done some one day and some the next. So we got all these peaches for free. I got a lot of frostbite on them, but that's okay. Not frostbite. Not frostbite. Ice is what it is. But we got them all free. There was a farmer. Not a farmer. What do you call it? Anyways, people with an orchard that had tons. More than they would ever sell to the stores or at a fruit stand. So they posted an ad that they were giving away free peaches. You just had to come and get them. And I thought, well, we like peaches, and my daughter loves peach jelly or peach jam, you know. And so, of course, you know, I'm heading over there, and I get 2 giant boxes. I can't even hold the boxes. This guy offers to carry them for me to my car because they're just so heavy. And we get them home and we start skinning them and slicing them and freezing them, you know, individually. And we also started making jam, which Mitch made 16 bottles of peach jelly, not jam, sugar-free for Cody because it's her favorite. So we just use like stevia or something, and they turned out amazing. But here we have all these peaches a year later. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to make fruit leathers because why not? Cody likes that, right? So I've got my pot. I suppose I can get it right now. I'm going to let that cook down a little bit, and I'm going to add as much of this as I can so I can get it all. Basically, I need to cook it a little bit so that I can blend it to make a puree. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. I'm going to add about a cup of water to that just because I don't want it to burn into the pan. I know there's enough ice crystals that it probably wouldn't, but just to be safe. I did berries the other day and got a bunch of those out of our freezer. I did a mixture of blackberries, blueberries, and cranberries, and they turned out really good. So I figured, well, let's get these peaches done so they can actually get eaten, because nobody's eating these peaches in our freezer. But I know Cody will eat the fruit leathers, especially when she's low. They'll be great for dance. They do, to me, they taste like candy, but maybe it's because I haven't had sugar in a long time. Alright, so I wouldn't actually cook them. I'm just softening them because they're frozen. I don't want to make my blender work any harder than it has to. I have a really good blender. It's a Blend Tech, so it'll puree it pretty quick. But I don't want it to have to work harder, so I'm going to let that soften up and get so it's not frozen, and then I will blend it right up in my Blend Tech. Alright, so it has cooked down a bit. I added about 2 cups of stevia, and then I'm going to add the rest of these frozen ones on top to let them cook down a little and get softened up so we can blend them. If it turns out that it's not sweet enough, I can add a little bit more sugar, but I'm thinking that'll probably be really a good amount for how many peaches that we're doing. It's several cups here. Alright, gotta get that to cook down, and then we'll start blending. I'm excited. I am going to try some, even though I'm not going to eat much, because peaches have a lot more carbs than the blackberries and the raspberries and the blueberries and the cranberries. But they turned out so good, guys. So let me show you over here. So here's the ones that we did earlier. They look almost black. I think blackberry takes over everything. And we just bagged them up, but look at how good those. They're just so good. And then you just rip them in half. Some are a little more crunchy than chewy, but it's so tasty though. They're really good. And it's just the fruit blended up with a little bit of stevia. These I will definitely
So good.
I just thought I'd take a minute and chat with you while our fruit is cooking. Still in my pajamas, haven't even got dressed. Haven't put my contacts in, wearing my cute glasses. But yeah, I don't know. I'm having a lot of pain in my stomach today. I woke up and I was feeling fine, and then I had some Creo, which is just like hot chocolate, and I drank about half of it, a little bit more, and my stomach was just hurting so bad. So I took a Prilosec, and then I laid down for about an hour. It's still hurting really bad right now, so I've moved on to plain water, ice water. And then I had that piece of the fruit roll-up. I probably shouldn't have ate that, but have any of you ever had pancreatitis? I had it diagnosed once before. I was older. I wasn't like a teenager, but I went to the hospital because I was having so much pain. I thought I was going to die, and they did all kinds of tests, checked my liver enzymes and everything, checked for appendicitis, and they said I had intestinal, whatever. I have problems with my stomach, and I also had pancreatitis. And I'm like, okay, so what do I do? Well, they gave me omeprazole and Prilosec, and I was like, well, those are the same thing. Sorry, they gave me Prilosec, and then now it's omeprazole. But you can still buy the brand name. I still buy it because I like to have the little pouches in my car. But so I was supposed to take 40 milligrams Prilosec twice a day. My insurance didn't cover it. Long story short, I got my medication, but in order to get the pancreatitis to clear up and go away, you just stop eating food, pretty much. Because that's what they told me at the hospital. They said, I don't know that you can actually fix it or cure it. It just goes away, and then you don't have problems anymore, you don't have pain anymore, and how you get it to go away is you stop eating food, and you only drink water until it doesn't hurt anymore. I don't know what actually causes it. I'm sure I'll get comments, that'd be great to know, but I need my pancreas, so it'd be nice if it wasn't inflamed so often. Thank goodness it's not often, but you know, when it is, anything you eat. Last night, I think it started last night, but I didn't listen and listen to my body. Listen to your body. So we got home, and it was kind of late. It was about 8:30, late for dinner, but I was so hungry, you know, I just wanted to eat. And so I made some turkey with cheese. I just melted turkey and cheese, and then I had like 3 or 4 little sausage things I was gonna have. And I ate a few bites of the turkey and 1/2 a bite of that sausage. And I was in so much pain, I couldn't finish eating. And so I gave it to Mitch if he wanted it or put it away. And I went and got medication and laid down, Prilosec, and I was in so much pain. But this morning I woke up and I was feeling okay. So instead of just drinking water and realizing that was pancreatitis had hit last night, I made Creo, and so I put cream and protein shake, and yeah. So I think I will just stick with water for the rest of the day, and hopefully I don't have any more issues by morning, because it is not a good pain to be doubled over, feeling like somebody's stabbing your gut. Ugh. Anyways, how y'all doing? One of my followers had a baby just a few days ago. Blessed. She was 7 pounds, 13 ounces. To me, I think that's such a big baby, but I know that's average size. It's just my daughter was 4 pounds and 4 ounces when I brought her home from the hospital, so that's like almost double. But, oh, so excited for her. Just such a cute little girl. Anyways, I'm trying to think what else is new. Cody's going to be trying another dance class on Wednesdays. I think she's going to do really good, and hopefully she likes it. And she has friends there, and she's active, which really helps with her type 1 diabetes. Alright, well, I'm going to let this fruit cook down and be back in a little bit. It's cooking down. Yeah, the point is not to cook the peaches. I mean, that's fine. If you want to cook them, I mean, I guess you could. I just need to get them soft enough that I can blend. I need to get that stevia to blend in as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to be able to add all those peaches in here. Just stir this up a little and add the rest of that bag on top. And they'll all get softened up, and then we'll get to making fruit roll-ups. I keep saying fruit roll-ups, but they're actually not rolled. They're just torn, so it's more like fruit leathers. But yeah, so we got plenty of room for that. It feels good to get them out of my freezer. I didn't want to throw them away, and I didn't know what to do with them. And then when we got those berries, and I had the idea to make the Danish with the fruit filling and the fruit leathers, I was like, hey, why can't I do that with the peaches? Well, there's no reason I can't, and I'm going to. So, all right, we'll be back. Hoping it's blended, softened enough that we can blend it. No problem, right? Hopefully this blends right up into a beautiful smoothie that we're going to make into fruit roll-ups. Alright, here we go. Beautiful. I'll show you this. It looks pretty good. It looks like I could just drink it right now. Isn't that crazy? Crazy. Alright, so I took out the rest of the peaches and I have them in a dish here so that I can put the puree in to the pan. Hopefully that is making sense. And then I'm going to add a little bit of xanthan gum, just a little bit to make it thicker. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so good. I want to make me a peach smoothie, but it's got so many carbs. That's the last of it, and that is one full pot of peaches. Holy cow. Leave no peach behind, you know? It's too good. Go ahead and scrape down the sides of your blender and just get it all out of there. Oh my gosh, this looks amazing. Oh, I'm sure there's so many other things you could make with it. Go ahead and leave them in the comments if you like. I love reading your guys' comments so much. I'm going to add a teaspoon and a half or so of the xanthan gum. That's a lot. That's more than the blackberry I did. So I might actually add 2 teaspoons. And I'm just going to kind of sprinkle it on there. Yeah, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons. And then I'll whisk that in. I'll let it set for a minute, and then I'm going to whisk it in. Xanthan gum is in most of the foods you eat. You just probably never really looked at the label. But it's a thickener, and it helps thicken it just a little bit. So yeah, I'm just going to get this all blended in, let it set for a minute, and get my parchment cut. They probably sell parchment rounds for my dehydrator, but I doubt that they're cheap, and I'm on a fixed income, and so I am just going to use the parchment paper I have, and I will cut my circles. It's cheaper. I get 2 big boxes at Sam's for $10 and it lasts me about 6 months. So, alright, so I'm going to let that sit and cut my papers. Alright, I need to get this on here and go sit down because the pain is getting worse and I can't take any more Tylenol for a while. So these came with our dehydrator. We got 2 of them for making like fruit leather. And then I just cut paper rings. I don't know if I showed you this before. I just folded my parchment paper in half, line the thing, and just, it's pretty close. Not perfect, but it works. It does the job. Alright, so now to get him in the pan. Oh, gosh, I wish I wasn't in so much pain. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and put it out there. And then spread it around and come back. Now, it did say you could just spray them with like vegetable oil, but we didn't, and it seemed to work just fine. See if I can bring you a little closer to what I'm doing here. Right. And then you'll just kind of spread it to where it's not super thick. I guess it'll just depend on you. The thicker it is, the longer it's going to take to dry. And just up to the edge. Obviously, I want it a little thicker than that, so I'm going to put a little bit back over those spots where I kind of made it too thin. And then definitely going to need more, so a little bit more there. And basically, that's what you do. You would just fill all your trays until everything's covered, the thickness that you want it, and then we'll get them turned on. Alrighty, alrighty. I feel like I'm super close to my stuff. But anyways, that's what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and get it plugged in, get the lid on, and we'll have fruit roll-ups before you know it. Alright, and we're gonna do it at 135 for about 4 to 6 hours. We'll check back in a little while. Alright, they've been going for a few hours. Let's check it out. What? Okay. I don't know that they're completely done. Oh, no, it's soft right there, but some of it's done. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Peach fruit roll. Oh, see, you can see where it's still sticky. It needs to go a little bit longer, but it's happening. It's happening. It's working. Delicious.